Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and for today's video we are finally going to be closing and giving you guys my result for all the categories in my August monthly budget. Now this video is probably going to come out a little bit late, just like my past couple of videos. I've just been in a rut lately and I was really busy last week, so I'm so sorry I've been waiting for this video, but let's go ahead and get to it because I feel like I am all over the place if my budget is not closed. As you guys can see, I have my monthly budget spread here, my stickers that I'm going to need for my monthly view, and I have my micro happy planner, which is where I keep all of my trackers for my cash envelopes, which my cash envelopes, I have been keeping them here. And I am pretty sure by the time that you guys are watching this video, my new cash envelope stuffing video for the month of September has already gone live. Those cash envelopes that I used in that video are so stinking cute. Now, these are the cash envelopes that I was using for last month, which for August, which these are cute as well. These are from a shop called Blackberry Hills. I will of course leave a link for this as well as everything else that I talked about down below for you guys to check out if you guys are interested. So let me go ahead and bring you guys to the tracker. So this is sort of how my trackers have been looking for my cash envelopes. Just because I don't have some sort of paper that I can put inside of the cash envelopes, I really have been liking this system and this method that I've been using, so I'm probably going to keep doing this for the months to come, especially because I just like having that micro happy planner in my purse just in case I want to do any sort of brain dump or just anything like that. Let's go to the monthly view, which it is going to look a little bit different, and the reason being is because I ended up laying down these stickers way too far into the month, so I'm so sorry. But if you guys are interested, these monthly stickers are actually from a shop called Latruce Paperie, which is from Cindy Latruce here on YouTube. She sent me these a while ago, and I don't know how, but I misplaced them during the month, and I just recently found it, which is like so sad because these are so cute. I've actually gotten a request to make monthly kits, so let me know if you guys would be interested in that. A lot of you guys just said that you guys wanted to match your budget kits to the whole monthly view, just because I already do make stickers for the monthly view as it is. So let me know if you guys would be interested in having monthly kits, as well as what you would like in them. I think I would probably add my bill due stickers, maybe some budget expense stickers, payday stickers, but yeah, I'm trying to really figure all that out. But that's not what this video is about, so let's go ahead and move on. Today we're going to be weekly checking in for the 5th week, which for me is from the 26th until the 31st. Once I'm done with this weekly check-in, I will go back, show you guys my spreads like my sinking funds and my variable income, and then we'll come back to my monthly budget spread to put all my actuals and variances and to see how well or how bad I did with my budget this month. So let's see. I already do have all of my stickers here that I'll be using. So I didn't have any unbudgeted expenses from the other one I had last time, but I do have quite a few others. So those are the stickers I'll be using today. And let's go ahead and start. So I did get paid on Wednesday, which this was my last paycheck from my part-time job. As you guys know, I have quit from my part-time job, and now I will be focusing on working my Etsy sticker shop, YouTube, and studying. So on the 27th, I got my nails done, as well as I got some Starbucks. Well, I reloaded my Starbucks card, and as you guys can see, the teal stickers mean shopping. I usually take things like Starbucks out of my eating out cash envelope, but since I did have a pretty good amount of allowance left, I went ahead and just took it out of there, especially because I mentioned last time that I wanted to go to maybe like a thrift store, and I made these purchases on the same day. But I didn't end up going just because of like the time and stuff like that. So next we are going to move on to this side of the spread, which on the 29th, which was a Thursday, I had some Wawa Grill. Me and my friends ended up having sort of like a picnic at the park. So we all brought our food, and I decided to go for Wawa Grill. And then later after our picnic, we did go to a bar called Midway. So I also did get a beer that day, which was $8. Then next, moving on to the 30th. On the 30th, me, my sister, and Paul went to the 626 night market. There's so many like food stickers next to each other, but that's okay. And we ended up going with the intention of trying as many things as we could, and we decided to split it into 3. So every booth that we went to, one of us would pay for something. So I ended up paying for some like I don't know if they're bulgogi or like just meat sticks, as well as boba, and then we ended up trying a bunch of other things. So that's what I spent for that, $15. And then later on that night, I also went to Target to do some grocery shopping. And I don't know if this might be confusing, but I usually do this. I like to group some of my categories together. So like eating out and groceries will be part as food sticker, but they do have their respective cash envelopes. So I never like to grab money from other cash envelopes for things. They each have their cash envelope, but I just like to track them together just so I won't have like 7 different stickers. I just really like grouping my categories together. Then I think I missed one. Yes, on the 30th, I pumped some gas. And this was between Target and the night market. And I'm just going to go ahead and peel it up just so I won't have too many pink stickers together. The good thing about my stickers is that they are on matte removable paper. So it's nice to just be able to pull up and reposition. So that is that. All done here. And then last but not least, my sister's bachelorette sort of celebration party was on Saturday. Now I did budget for this in my monthly budget, as you guys can see, as I have it as a category here. I budgeted $175 for it, just because I thought I was going to need that much money, but I ended up being under budget. I have sort of like a breakdown of the expenses for that night. So this is how much the Airbnb was, and I went to Spencer's to get some bachelorette things. We then went to Ralph's, and I did give a tip for the club that we ended up going to. So the total ended up being $148.36. And I am just going to lay this down on Saturday because that is when it was. And the reason this is considered an other category is because I am not weekly checking in for it. It is not a cash envelope, but it is in my monthly budget. So that's sort of why it is on a yellow sticker. And now let's go ahead and put our no spend little stickers, which I only have 2 no spend days, which is fine. So we'll put it right here, and we'll put this right here. And if I've not mentioned this already, but you guys already probably know this, all of these stickers that I use, with the exception now of the monthly view, are from my Etsy sticker shop, which I always have linked down below. Okay, now that my whole monthly spread is all ready to go, we can go ahead and move on to our weekly check-in. So I like to show you guys step by step of what it is that I do, just because you guys know that I don't show my income. So I want to be as transparent and as detailed as I can with sort of my process, just so you guys know that you guys don't need to really see my income to be able to budget and stuff like that. So let's put gas, shopping, and unbudgeted. So like I mentioned, I do like to group some of my cash envelopes into categories. So food is going to be both my, like I mentioned, groceries and eating out cash envelopes. Then gas is by itself. Then for shopping, I do like to group both allowance and beauty cash envelopes. And then unbudgeted is just a sort of placeholder category that I have there just in case I have any unbudgeted expenses during the month. So let's move on to food. For food, we have quite a lot right here. So once again, we're looking at the 26th until the 31st. So we went to Midway, Waba Grill, Target, and 626 Night Market. So in total, we spent $51. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 51 from the 52 that we had remaining last week. So that means that I have $1 left, and I believe this is from groceries. Yeah, so I have $1 left from groceries, which I'm going to put on the side since the month is now over and nothing for eating out. I'm going to put it on the side. I'm not 100% sure what it is that I'm going to be doing as of yet. With the leftover money, there is a couple of ways that you can go about it. I know last month I used it to put towards a sinking fund because I was going on a trip to Vegas, which that worked out really nicely. I also could just leave it not being spent during my month and put it in my monthly budget that I have not spent it and maybe cover other budgeted expenses. I can totally do that. Or the third thing that you could do, which is probably what I'm going to do for this month, is roll over your cash from this month to next month cash envelopes. Just because it's like $1 and like I already have it here, so might as well just include it in next month's cash envelopes. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. This is for groceries, so let me just leave it next to its envelope. Next we have gas, which we did pump gas, as you guys can see from the purple sticker. We pumped $20, which I believe that is what I had left over last week. Yes, it is. So 20 means that I don't have anything left in my gas cash envelope, which is true. Nothing there. Moving on to shopping, which is allowance and my beauty cash envelopes. Now I am going to take just a red dual tip marker from Erin Condren and just check off the ones that I've already tracked. So all of the foods there. So what we have for shopping would be Starbucks and nails, so that is $65 altogether. And now subtracting it from last week, 78 minus 65 would be $13. So to break it apart, we're going to look at this. So for allowance after my Starbucks purchase, I had $8 left. So let's take a look. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is there for allowance. Put it on the side. And then for my beauty cash envelope, I should have $5 left. Which I do. So 5 plus 8 equals 13. So we're all good there. And then last but not least is our unbudgeted expenses, which as you guys can see from the key here, all unbudgeted expenses are marked with a red sticker. And I don't have any for the week that we're weekly checking in for, which is great. I would want to say that I didn't have any for this whole month, but that is not the truth. I did have one last week. If you guys would have seen last week's check-in, then you guys know what that was. And you guys know that it's not like a big deal or anything, but I was over already by $26. So we're going to put that there in red. And that is pretty much it for the weekly check-in part of this video. Now, let's go ahead and move on and bring you guys to my sinking funds. Now for my sinking funds, I didn't have any expenses after the Vegas trip that I took this past month, but we are going to go ahead and close this sheet as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of our transactions, subtracted minus the beginning plus what we added for the month. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, so 45 is my beginning for adventures. I added 55. Now adventures was a little bit different just because I had transferred my cash envelope savings from last month onto that. So we're going to go ahead and add the $45. And then I did want to go ahead and add the leftover money from the SPC planner party here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat these as separate categories for this month, but for next month they will all be together. And you guys will see that. So then let me take a look at SPC planner party. So 220 plus 230. We have 450 minus 350. We had $100 from the SPC planner party. So let's take 100 plus 45 plus 55 plus another 45 here. This is the total amount that I would have in my adventures sinking fund. So that minus the adventures expense here for Vegas, which is 184. Means that I should have $61 remaining. So I have $61 left, and this is a little bit tricky because I did transfer money from one sinking fund to the other. So let me go ahead and just leave this blank up until we get here. So next we have Amazon Prime. We started 20 plus 10. Didn't have any expenses for that. So that means that we should be ending with 30. Car insurance, that was $350. I did pay for that, minus $300 for that. So we should have $50 left. And car maintenance, I had $75 and I did spend $50 of that. So we should have 25. Then Christmas, I didn't spend anything. So we should have $200 in here. Date night, I don't think I spent anything. So we should have $70 here. Entertainment, I didn't spend anything either. So we should have $100. Medical, I don't think I spent anything. Nope. So we should have $70. And then for car payment, I did spend $257, which means that I should still have $257 left over. And now looking at the SBC Ponder Party, I'm going to put that I spent $350, and then I'm not going to put any remaining. I'm just going to put 0 here, and I'm still going to put what I spent here, which was $184. That's how I'm going to deal with that, just because all this money did transfer to over here. So let's see all of our expenses. We have 184 plus 300 plus 50 plus 257 plus 350. So in total we spent $1,141, and then our endings are going to be 61, 30, 50, 25, 200, 70, 100, 70, and 257. So we are going to be ending with $863, which should match with the beginning balances for September for my sinking funds spread. So that is how I close out my sinking funds. I know this month was a little bit different because I did transfer money from one sinking fund to the other, but I don't need this SPC Planner Party sinking fund anymore, at least not yet. So that is how that's going to look. And now moving on to our variable income. I did have 2 expenses for my variable income as of the last time that we saw each other. So on the 26th, I spent $14.99 on Amazon, and that was for a glitter organization sticker album, which I will be featuring in my next couple of organization videos. I do want to probably make it in parts just because I have so many stickers to organize. So be on the lookout for that. And then last but not least, on the 30th, I spent $30.72 from Sadie Stickers. I've been obsessed with her stuff. I decided to pick up the October monthly. I know I picked up the September monthly this month, but I thought that I might as well just pick up the October monthly because she had a really cute $2 Tuesday for like animal print sticker sheets, and they had leopard, guys. And if you guys have seen my October new releases from my shop, you guys know I'm obsessed with leopard. So I just wanted to go ahead and pick those 2 up, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and that was all of my expenses for my variable income for this month. And now moving on with our monthly budget, we are now going to look at our variable expenses and sort of check out our actuals and variances to see how we did for the month. As for my fixed expenses, these numbers did not change throughout the month, which is why they are considered fixed expenses, because it is a fixed amount that doesn't change. So I'm going to just go ahead and add these up. Plus 38, 35, $4.99, 99 cents, 100, 873, 130.77, 298, and 9.99. Now I do have a subscription here, Duolingo, as well as I had one that I took out of my allowance cash envelope this month. I went ahead and just canceled those subscriptions because I was not using either Duolingo or the fitness app all that much, if at all, really. So I just decided to cancel those. I didn't really need those extra expenses, although I did use quite a bit of it last month. So yeah, that's how things work. You know, you check what works for you. You like something one month, you don't like something the other month, so that's just easy to cancel. So that is my total for my fixed expenses, $1,599 with 74 cents. Like I mentioned, I do think that I'm going to roll over the cash from these cash envelopes. So how I'm going to note that in my budget for the month of August is I am just going to put that I spent the actual amounts even when I didn't, just because that money is not going to be in my budget anymore. It's going to go towards my next month's cash envelope. So I'm just going to put for groceries, I spent $150, even though we spent $149. So then there'd be no variance here. Eating out, same thing. So all of my cash envelopes are going to be exactly the same thing. Gas, 100. Obviously, if you weren't rolling over your cash, then these would vary. Or maybe not, depending on how much you spent. Allowance, 120. And beauty, 150. Now for the electricity, lordy guys, I can't believe that I'm actually really over in this category, just because I didn't calculate it as well as I should have, especially with how hot it's been and how many times we've turned on the AC and just stuff like that. So I ended up actually paying $157 for this, which, let me check off Duolingo because that's a fixed expense. I ended up paying $157 for this month, which I've definitely upped the amount that I'm going to budget for September, so I hope it's around the same thing. But as you guys can see, I budgeted $120, but the actual was $157, so I do have a variance there. I'm over by $37. So I'm going to put I am over by $37. Like, do it this way with red pen, just so it's very obvious. Then for phone bill, it ended up being a little bit over my budget, just by a couple of cents. I think the reason being is because my sister actually got out of our plan. So she's with her husband, I believe, now. So our bill has gone up a little bit. And since it was like in the middle of the cycle, there's probably going to be like prorated charges. That's what I'm thinking. But for this month, it was $115.24. So it's just by a couple of cents. Nothing too bad, but that still is over. So I'm going to put over 24 cents, which sounds so ridiculous, but that's what I'm going to put because that is what that is. The next were gifts. I actually did not spend any money for gifts. I was thinking of spending that money towards my boyfriend's twin sister's birthday, but we didn't end up doing anything, and I wanted to go ahead and take them out to get like a facial or a massage or something like that, but it didn't end up happening just because of just different things, and their birthday was during the end of the month, so this kind of clashes with my budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that I didn't spend anything because I didn't, and this might be, I don't know, an unbudgeted expense for the next month. We will see, but for this month, I didn't spend anything. So I'm going to put that I was under $50, which is great, but it's still going to happen, I think, so just keep that in mind. Next, for my extra debt payment, I budgeted $600, which was my goal to pay towards debt. And if you guys would have seen my debt snowball video, then you guys know I was able to pay those $600, so super happy. I put that towards my Walmart card, which is my next card up to pay off. So I did meet that goal of $600, so there's no variance there. Next, for unbudgeted, I do have an unbudgeted expense, which was that dang dictionary that I had to purchase. So I'm going to put is right here, $26. So I don't budget anything for my unbudgeted category, but I did spend some, so I am over $26. And then last but not least, we have the bachelorette party celebration, which, as I mentioned, I did only spend $148.36. So let me see. Check this off, and that is the last thing. $148.36. Which is a pretty good amount under from what I had budgeted, which is great. I think we will be in the positives, guys. So I was under by $26.64. So let's take a look at, I never ended up adding these, which I don't know why I didn't do that. 150, 100, 100, 120, 150, 120, 115, 50, 600, and 175. So that is a total of $1,680 for budgeted. And then for actuals, let's take a look. 57, 24, 600, 26 and 148.36. So we did spend 1,666 with 60 cents. So many sixes. And then let's go ahead and just take a look at our variances. So let me add the unders first. So 50, 26.64 minus the over, so 37, 24 cents and $26. So I was still in the green, guys. We are still under our budget by $13. So I'm going to put 13.40. Perfect. Okay, I'm super glad about that. The main reason for this would be because I over budgeted for the bachelor party, which is great, and then I didn't end up spending for the birthday gift, which I will still have to pay for that eventually. But super happy to see this number, and now I can go ahead and do this. This is how I calculate sort of the total section in my budget kits. So I'm going to put the budgeted amounts for variable expenses and fixed expenses. And now for fixed, it's not going to change, but this does vary for variable, as you guys already saw. And then actuals were 1,666 with 60 cents. And then so once I'm ready to put in my income, I will put sort of my expected income here and subtract my expenses to sort of see my potential savings, and then put my actual income that I received for this month. And I will go ahead and get whatever number I have here, and I could either put it towards savings, towards my debt snowball. I can cut this in half and put some towards savings, some towards my debt goal, and that is pretty much it. So with that being said, that is all that I have for today's video. I'm sure this was a pretty long one with a lot of information, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Go ahead and stay tuned for my September week 1 check-in, so you guys can see how it is that I incorporate this rollover money into those cash envelopes, just to see how it is that I do it, just in case you guys are ever in that situation and want to know how you could go about that. I really hope you guys are having an amazing week and had an amazing month last month, but even if you didn't, don't worry, because September is coming, or has already came by the time that you guys are watching this video. I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.